Hi, this is Al Landever with Landever AI, and this is the second in the series of videos where we're going to be exploring the no-code chatbot builder blocks. And in this video, we're going to explore the variable response block, the conditional variable block that allows us to set a variable and compare it to another variable or other information and make some decisions based on that. And then depending on if it meets a condition, it's going to come out this block, this line. If not, it's going to come out this line. So it allows us to put some great logic into it. So let's take a look, watch and watch what we build. So we're going to start off. We're going to create our password check section here. So we're going to start off. We're going to be asking them to view our paid content. Please enter the password and your email address below. So now we're going to capture that. So we're going to do our capture response. And before we were using text, but now we want to capture two things from them. We want their email address and we want the password that we've secretly told them. So we can use a form to collect those two things. So I'm going to click and hold on form and pull that out. And I'm just going to drop that onto my work surface. Actually, I could also nestle these things. So it helps a little bit when you're kind of getting a little bit more complicated and you have more blocks. You can kind of nestle them in. You know something's always going to be associated with something else. So in this case, filling out the form is always going to be part of that statement saying, hey, fill out the form. So I can nestle it in there and saves us a wire and makes it a little bit neater. So I still have to configure it though, obviously. So I'm going to click here where it says set up form. And for a form, all we need to do is add fields. So I click on add a field, and the first field name is a label. So we're going to ask them to type in the password for our paid content. And the type is going to be text. So I could pick email. I can set the type that I'm willing to accept. I'll just say text for that. And I'm going to have a second variable, two things to fill out. And this one will be their name, right? Email address. And we're going to set the type for that to be email. So we're going to hit close for that. So here we've got our form set up, and you can see it's been configured. Password for paid content and email. That's what we're going to be asking them for. So we're going to capture those two things. Let's just double check that. So I forgot, I didn't set a variable. So what I need to do is store the user input in a variable. So we'll call this variable password guess, and we'll call this variable contact email. That's already been set up for us. Okay, so now we've got variable set. We've got our, obviously, button label set. So it's going to come out of here, and we want to see if this is going to be, if this is correct. So, well, let's see something. Okay, so we can do it straight here. So if, and then we'll choose the variable. The variable is password guess. If password guess equals, and we can enter our value. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be our secret password. So so if the password equals 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to come out here. If it doesn't, it's going to come out here. Now, we frankly could nestle this up in here too, so I'm going to do that. It's a little bit awkward at first when you're using nestling stuff, but what you have to do is click in the kind of the white center part of it, the meat of it, right? Not the outer frame. Click and hold, and you drag it, and you bring it up here until it opens up. And if you screw up, you can put it there, or you can put it up in there, but you really want it to be the third thing, right? So wait till that opens up and release, and it falls into here. So our little password checker here, which we can also name these things. So I'll go ahead and name that. Call it password check light. So if it comes out here, and if the password was correct, then it's going to say, then we're going to come to here. Let's delete the start. Let's take our start right to this thing. Here, I'll bring this over here just to make it a little neater. There we go. So it's going to start. It's going to go do our password check right away. and it's going to go through this chatbot. So if they know the password, they're going to proceed. If not, they're going to get a message. So we'll grab our send message block and we'll bring that out here and we'll say, that is not correct. Please try again. So we're going to take our else out of here and come to here. And then from here, we can just go straight back up to the top and loop back up. So it'll just go and loop in that process. So let's go ahead and test that. So let's save. We'll hit preview bot to be our paid content. Please enter the password. So I will enter the password 1234 and my email, blah, blah, blah. Notice it won't take that because it wants a valid email address. So we set the type to email. Alan AI. So now it's taking me past that, and now hi, I'm a chatbot. What is your name? So it's taking me up to the top, and now we can proceed. So that is how we can add a little bit of logical branching. You can imagine if this could have been used for, maybe it was, a quiz, right? And here's the student's response. They type a response, and if that response, go back to it. Remember, it could be equals or not equals or contains or not contains, greater than or equals, less than or equals. So, I mean, you got a lot of things you can do. So, like, if they said this in the response, then they understand the content. So they go in this direction. Or they didn't, so it goes in this direction. If they didn't say something, not contains, right? If they didn't say Declaration of Independence, then they missed the point, right? So you know to direct them in a way to teach them something different. Anyway, that's the variable block, and super powerful and just adds a lot of functionality. We're going to build more onto this chatbot in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.